everybody is doing well this morning. I'm going to have some of my water. Okay, first person here is AA for work today. Work today looks okay. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Feeling focused. Slow and steady wins the race, but life is moving forward. It should be an average day. Okay, okay. Mega, love. Walk away from, disconnect from, leave behind people, places, and things that no longer serve you. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. When you give up or cut away things that aren't working. And then you have a water sign coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. New beginnings on the horizon, but you might need to let go of something that's not working right now. Vartika, love. Exploring your options around love could lead to success. Slow and steady wins the race, but life's moving forward, not backwards. Anything that's been broken, dysfunctional, or not working in your highest good will disintegrate and move into the past with new opportunities coming in. You could have a Sagittarius coming in. You may have water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Leave people, places, and things in the past that aren't working. Leads you to happiness and success around love when you explore your options. Not bad. I think things are moving forward. Bacon, general for tomorrow. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and a wish comes true around work, school, or business. New beginnings are on the horizon that could lead you to success. Something nice may happen around the home. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. Feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Not bad. Not bad. Hi, Mel. My ankle is getting better. Ice skating last night. It was pretty much fine. I couldn't do 3 turns though. Everything else was okay, but the quick 3 turn, I couldn't do it on my ankle. The bottom of my foot got a little bit swollen, but for the most part, it feels much better. Thank you. It's coming along. It's coming along. Emin, was the memo directed to me or others? You know, I think it was directed to everyone. Like, I don't know what the memo specifically said, but the topic may be something that either people have done or haven't done, but not the same person repeatedly doing it. It may be more than one person involved in the situation. So I don't know if you think that it's something that you did, you probably were part of it, but you weren't the only person. There were other people involved too. It's a group thing, not one person. Sarah, why do I keep attracting third-party situations or men who are stuck on their ex and go back to them? They say the Pisces situation has been the 3rd or 4th time. It's been 4 years since this. Okay, so this goes back to, it's like a soul wound, an old wound that's going to keep repeating until you hear it. So unhealed issues will make us attracted to the same type of person. So it always reminds me of, like, you know how, I never really watched the show, but you know, like how at Beverly Hills 90210, what was his, Dylan was kind of like the bad boy, and all the girls wanted him, they were fighting over him, if I remember it correctly. I didn't watch the show, but I kind of remember the gist of it, and he had the hot car, and he was, you know, a bad attitude, kind of a whatever. Anyway, that's really hot in high school, but when you grow up, and you mature and you heal all those wounds, you're not attracted to that guy anymore. That guy kind of becomes a loser. So, because you're like, oh, I've been there. I've been with that guy. I don't want to do that again. They're just not attractive anymore. So if you're attracting this, you're not, I hate to say it like this, you're not attracting the situations, you're attracted to the situation. Because if you can get him away from the ex, if he could love you more, if you could prove yourself that you're better, then you're better than the ex, you're better for him, and you are worthy. That's what it comes down to. So anybody that gets involved with, you know, if you're with somebody who's dating somebody else and they're half in, half out, that guy ain't leaving. He ain't leaving. You're the side chick, you're the side hustle, and for you, the person that's in that situation, when the moments happen where you think he's going to leave, it makes you feel like you're worthy. And you're worthy of the relationship, you're worthy of the person, there's something about you that's special, and now you're healed. It's like putting a Band-Aid on top of what's really going on. And so it's not about I hate when people say that, like, oh, you know, I only attract men that are involved with other women. No, you're attracted to men with other women. You're attracted to the situation. And if you broke down the situation, there wasn't anything really physical about it because you weren't in the same location. So it wasn't like you were going out with him every day. It wasn't like you were living together. It wasn't, you're attracted to the situation. And I know people will say, yeah, but I didn't know when I first got involved. But you did know because it's only been a few months and the situation was there and you were still hanging out. Like the situation wasn't going anywhere. And my personal opinion, he shouldn't even be speaking about his ex. So you already knew way too much about the ex. But, and you know, it's similar to that situation I had with Matt and Sarah. Like, he wasn't ever going to leave Sarah, no matter how terrible Sarah was to him. For some reason, she had control over him that I didn't. She pulled his strings. I couldn't do that. Why? I don't know. Why was I hanging out there? Because in the moments that he was good to me and that we were getting along really well, I had hope that he was going to see me as being perfect for him, better for him, someone who he could have a future with. He wasn't thinking along those lines. He was thinking, what heals his wounds is that Sarah pays attention to him, that Sarah gives him what he wants. Me, I was good when nobody else was around, but if she was around, he'd drop me like a hot potato. I told you about the story about when we went to the shore. So why did I stick around for so long? Waiting for something to change. Maybe it's going to be different this time. Maybe this time it's going to be different. It's never going to be different. It was never different. I had to leave the situation. And people get caught in that because they haven't healed those old wounds. And you know, if I go back across my life, I've seen it. I've seen it with friends. I've seen it with friends that I thought I was friends with, and then they would drop me for somebody else. Or I was okay to hang out with them if so-and-so wasn't around. But if so-and-so was around, then they didn't need me anymore. They would make me go home. And I would go home, and I would put up with that behavior. Why? Why? Like, I always think about, you know, I think about other people that would not stand for that behavior. They would be like, I'm not going to fucking deal with that. Like, but I stood for it. So I kept being attracted to people that treated me really bad. Because in the moments that they treated me well, I felt like I was worth something. So until you heal those wounds, you're going to keep it, you're attracted to it. You're not calling it in, you're attracted to it. So it goes back to those old wounds, and if the cycle is repeating with different people, it's because you haven't healed it. Now you know it. Now you know it. If maybe you didn't know it, I didn't know it for years. I mean, I did it with friends. I mean, I was a grown adult with like yoga teachers, trying to be friends with yoga teachers that weren't always very nice to me. Why? Why? Because I was going to be accepted by the clique? Yeah. How pathetic. But we don't. Like, it's not an age thing. Like, it doesn't matter if you're 16 or 40. What matters is where you are in your growth. And nobody ever said to me, hey, you're attracted to people that treat you bad. I had to figure that out, and it took a long time. I'm like, why do I want to be friends with these people? Like, why do I want to date the guy that treats me like shit? Why am I standing for that? Anyway, I hope that helps. Amen for the rest of the week with O. Rest of the week with O. Rest of the week looks okay. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation may be helpful. Communication comes in. Listen to your intuition. Slow and steady wins the race. Things look a little out of balance. Justice is in reverse, but it's okay. Average week. Devin, do you see me receiving more money this month? You could have more money coming in this month, yeah. Explore your options around career and like side hustles. You could be bringing in more money this month, yeah. Or between now and the end of the summer. Oh, you're welcome. Martisha, cancer tea in me for today. Lay down the law, set boundaries will serve you well. Making decisions that push things forward, communication comes in or picks up. You may see one another today. You got a water sign around you today. Don't be afraid to express your feelings. Peach, will my foot get better today? I think it will get better. I don't know what's wrong with it. If it doesn't get better, see a doctor. I'm going to tell you to see a doctor. Did I see a doctor? No, I didn't. But I'm going to tell you to. Emily, near future for Jane and me. Near future, you've got communication coming in or picking up. You may have maybe spending time together. Listen to your intuition. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation may be helpful. If you've recently had an argument or a disagreement, it should resolve itself and move into the past. Devin, well, Carly's feelings for me. What's Carly's feelings for me in the next 30 days? Things should be going well. You've got communication coming in or picking up. Empress is good. That's like somebody who is kind, caring, nurturing, sincere, compassionate, may find you to be very attractive, may find you to be grounded and stable and down to earth. Mihak, general for July. General for July. May have money coming in. You could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. You have a wish that comes true. Growth, change, and transformation comes in around the work, school, or business. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan makes you feel relief. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Igu, next 24 hours. Maybe feeling a little bit more financially secure. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Perseverance pays off. Samantha, general. The hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. Listen to your intuition and a wish comes true around work, school, or business. Maybe spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, with growth, change, and transformation coming in and around life in general. Life is like getting busy. You may have choices and options around social activity. Work may be busy, new beginnings on the horizon around work, school, or business. Make sure you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Eminem, love for Taurus. Taurus may be walking away from or disconnecting from people, places, and things that no longer serve them in order for a relationship to function better. They're either leaving things in the past that no longer serve the current relationship, or they're leaving people, places, and things that no longer serve them in order for their life to move forward. Life is moving forward for them, but it's slow and steady wins the race. They're kind of not rushing into anything. If they're with someone right now, their relationship should be okay, but it's slow. If they're not with anyone right now, they may be feeling a little indecisive, but they could have an earth sign around them, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or maybe a Cancer. Martisha, interesting that you say express your feelings. I want to, but I don't allow myself to be vulnerable with him. or with anyone for that matter. I totally understand. I totally get it. But, you know, you don't have to do it today. It may be something that you do in the near future. If you're not comfortable with doing it today, you don't have to do it today. Beautiful goddess, me and Leo. Things look a little bit out of balance around this situation. I don't know where you guys are in your relationship, but two people that aren't on the same page. Somebody may be trying to manipulate the situation a little or get what they want out of the situation, but it may lead to arguing, bickering, and fighting, and there's some like feeling unsuccessful. It really depends where you guys are in this relationship. It looks like it's a little tumultuous as of right now anyway. Halleck, guidance for my upcoming CA Intergroup 2 exams in September. Anxiety eases and moves into the past when you stay focused. Okay, Hermit, take time for yourself, turn in, figure out what it is that you want or need. Stay focused, let go of the anxiety. The hard work you put in is going to pay off, and you may be putting in a lot of effort. I think you're going to do fine. I think you'll do I think you're going to do fine. Don't get overwhelmed. Take it piece by piece. So if you're studying a lot, small little pieces at a time, and you should be fine. Summer, love. Exploring your options around love could lead you to success. You have a Sagittarius here. Life's moving forward, not backwards. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You may have water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Old wounds heal and move into the past, but if you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready, and exploring your options is suggested right now. Magician's heart. Snap for Taki's feelings. The next actions towards me, no contact. Things are misaligned between the two of you. That's the issue. So he's taking time away from the situation, or he needs a break. The two of you aren't on the same page, so he's trying to control the situation by having no contact. You'll hear from him at some point, but you might have to kind of let this go a little bit. There's a lot of resistance around the situation. Like, he kind of feels like you're sitting on top of him, waiting for him. And the more that energy is there, the further he's going to pull away. Right now, anyhow. Pallavi, love. When it comes to love, you've got exploring your options leads to success. You may have a Scorpio around. You have a wish that comes true that could take you to the 10 cups being full. Don't rush into anything and walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You also may have fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Sagittarius actually comes up strong around you, but there's choices here. Exploring your choices leads to success. Virta, General. You have a new venture on the horizon that may be bringing in more money. You got the 10 of Pentacles here. Money's coming in. You have 9 of Pentacles. Money's coming in. You've got relief around finances. Slow and steady wins the race. Listen to your intuition. You may be planning travel. Feeling ambitious, be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to, and you may be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Jeebus, what important events are coming in next? You have a new job or business opportunity present itself. You may have something nice happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. A disappointment or a heartache and negativity or healing and moving into the past. You might be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Amy, for the next 48 hours for Sunny. This person has a wish that comes true. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures. They're walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve them. They've got new beginnings on the horizon with the world at their feet. A new venture begins. They may be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. Hey, Adonis. Let me pin that. Hang on. Yellow, will T the Scorpio and I speak today? I'm only getting a 33% chance, yes. I'm not convinced that you're going to speak today. You may speak soon. Sha, I love reading. Leave people, places, and things in the past that no longer serve you, and life moves forward with some good luck coming in. Listen to your intuition. Anything that's broken, not functioning, out of balance, upside down, it would be a good time to leave it, to pursue new energy, which may be a water sign coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You even have a Virgo here. But something may be keeping you stuck and stagnant, which could be affecting your love life moving forward. Dr. Sony, Generem for me. Oh, general for me. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. You have a committed relationship here. If you're already with this person, things look good. If you're not with anyone, you might have, got a Pisces here. You could have a fire sign too, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Love moves forward after you let go of a disappointment, and you may have new job or business opportunity coming in. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Blue Spirit cards. King of Air, brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. Six of Air, things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. 10 of Fire, too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns. Comment, how does H think of J's choice to get back to M's land alone for the second time, despite the financial aspect? Okay, might feel like it's a good idea or hopeful, or like they're kind of mixed emotions, like feeling hopeful, it's a good idea, this person should go for it, but then on the other hand, they're also feeling like, I hope this is the right decision, I hope that it's going to work out, I'm a little unsure. They kind of have like a double-edged sword to the answer, but I think that they will end up being supportive of Jay's choice. All about me and love. A disappointment around love should be healing and moving into the past. Laying down the law, set boundaries will serve you well. You have a Four of Cups person here, somebody that you might not have noticed yet, but in the month of July, they should step forward and make a move. Then you also have somebody from the past that may be returning. You're no longer holding yourself back. You're exploring your options. You got people here. So you have Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You have Leo. You have a Taurus, a Pisces. You got choices and options. Love is moving forward in July, and it's like you're calling the shots. The world is at your feet, and you also have a Capricorn here. So let's see what happens. Exploring your options around love could lead to success. XXX love. Perseverance around love pays off, also exploring your options. You have an air sign here, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Slow and steady wins the race, and if you're feeling undecided, don't make any decisions until you're ready. You may have water coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You also could have an Aries. Exploring your options leads to success through divine timing. Romance heats up, which could lead you to a committed relationship if that's something that you're interested in. Okay, me and Brianna, Aries. Slow and steady wins the race, but you should have communication coming in or picking up. You have the world at your feet, one step at a time. You may be spending time together. It looks like things are improving between now and the end of August, but I would take it slow and steady wins the race. Now I have a friend that moved out of state and now won't call me. He won't really tell me why, just that he retired. It's always been a friendship, nothing more. We confided in each other and... Oh, okay, I'll wait. Oh, there it is. I haven't talked to him in a long time. When I reached out, he said that he'll call, and he didn't. I texted again, and he says that he's retired. I'm so confused. I don't think it's anything personal, and I do think you're going to hear from him at some point. He may have been taking time for himself. Is he married or anything? Because it looks like taking time for myself, spending time alone, maybe doing little adventures or things that he didn't get to do when he was working. There could be a new journey on the horizon. He may have even gone to like learn a new activity. He's feeling grounded and stable, but I think you're going to hear from him. He just may be enjoying his time, and he may be like investing time doing things he didn't get a chance to do while he was working. I don't think it's anything personal. I think that you'll hear from him at some point. 555. I haven't sent the email yet. Waiting till this weekend since he won't work. Well, that affects things. And how will he respond to this coming to him? This is the racist thing. I don't think that you have to wait, because I don't think that they're going to... I don't think they're going to let him know that it's you. I don't even know that they're going to start off by coming to him specifically. Like, they're going to do it in a way where they may not be attacking him. They may be interviewing everyone. They may be going around the place and discussing it with everyone, so nobody really knows who did what. They're going to be very vague about what's going on. I don't think you have to worry about it, because I don't think that he's going to know it's you. He could suspect it, but I don't think that they're going to make it, like, they're not going to be like, hey, she called you this. They're going to go in and they're going to be kind of like, we're doing, like, this is a corporate thing. We're coming here. We're going to investigate. We want to see what's being done here. Yeah, they have a way of doing things. On the immediate horizon, I don't think you have anything to worry about. If they find something out and it escalates, at that point, he may know they're targeting him, but I still don't think he's gonna know that it's you. At least for a long time. We'll see what happens down the road. Mountain, I don't know if he's married, but we're not romantically involved. No, I just meant, like, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if he's married. The way that it was reading was like he was alone doing things on his own. Like, it didn't read like he was, you know, like hanging out with a wife at the pool. Like, kind of read like, you know, I'm kind of doing my own thing. I'm kind of exploring options, things that I couldn't do while I was working. Like, who knows? I mean, it kind of gave me the feel that it was maybe something outdoorsy, like maybe, I don't know, building a deck or gardening or whatever. And that it kind of read like he was alone. That's why I asked. Mountain, where is my calendar? Can you help me with that? I think others have asked for this help. Okay, let's see. Where is my calendar? I think it's at the home. Could it be in your home? I think it's in your home. I think you're going to find it. I think it may be in between a stack of books. Could that be? In between the stack of books at the home? I think that's what it is. Yeah, 555. I don't think that they're going to I don't think that they're going to make it about you, because I think, like, in all fairness to everybody involved, I think that they have to investigate what's going on, because in this day and age, people do make claims, and I'm not making excuses for people, but things are different. Like, things are different. If this person is, like, say, 65 years old, they may not have had the training. They may use terms that are not politically correctly accepted these days. Like, for example, my grandfather would use terms, and he didn't mean to be negative, or like he wasn't a racist. He didn't care who you were. But back in the day, they called certain people certain things, and now we can't use those terms anymore. But and if he were to say a term, I would say you can't use that anymore. You have to use this one. But nobody ever told him that, because he was retired. He was older. When he worked, like, it wasn't a derogatory term. It was just a description of somebody. You know, I mean, we know what derogatory terms are, but there are ones these days that you can't say that's not derogatory. So things have gotten to, like, the next level where everything is offensive now, and you're like, what did I say wrong? I can give you an example. I worked with a girl at yoga who, she said, two boys came into the room. She was like special ed reading or something, and she worked with an older woman. The woman was close to retirement. She was in her early 70s. Didn't think anything was wrong, and I don't think there's anything wrong with saying it either, and I called her out on it. But she said, well, this woman should be fired. And I was like, what did she say? She said the two boys came in. One was, I don't know what their nationalities were, but let's just say one was blonde and one was brown hair. She said, which one is Tony? And she said, oh, the dark one. And she was like, well, you can't say that. And I was like, what? Would it be okay if you said Sean is the light one? I mean, I don't find that to be offensive. I'm a darker person. If I walked into a room with a blonde and somebody said Danny is the darker one, I wouldn't be offended by it. But sometimes people are. So, me growing up, when I grew up, I mean, my whole life people have questioned my ethnicity, to the point that people tell me that there was no way I could be Italian. I had to be this, that, and the next thing. So I grew up with this stupid bullshit as well. And back in the day, like, people were like, oh no, you have to be this, you must be that. Oh, you're this, that, and the next thing. No, I'm not. I had my fucking DNA done. Because I was convinced that maybe I was something else. But anyway, the point being is that they got to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, just like with sexual harassment. I mean, I've seen it at my job. You got a woman who's flirting with a guy, they're hooking up, and then all of a sudden he rejects her because he's married, and now it's sexual harassment. Like, and somebody loses their job. So if they're going to come in and they're going to be fair about it, but they'll get to the bottom of it. And if something is there that needs to be done, they'll get fired. You will get fired. I don't know how it's going to play out right now, but if something happens to you, you have every right to speak up about it. If something makes you feel uncomfortable, you need to say it, and see what happens. 40 is pretty young. 40 is pretty young for making comments like that. I mean, look, I have nappy hair, so I mean, I think that's offensive? I don't really think that's offensive. My hair is nappy. It takes a lot. I can show you right now that a bad knot back here that I'm having real trouble getting out. But let me tell you something. I have a friend, my yoga teacher, who is not politically correct, was never trained, has super straight long hair. When we went to Mexico, her hair was waist length, and she went in the ocean, and when she came out, her hair was as tangled and crazy as me. So I don't think that it necessarily makes a difference if you have curly hair or straight hair, but it to me, in my opinion, I don't think that is, I don't find that to be offensive. My hair is nappy and my hair is tangled. I could show you right now a bad knot that I have back here, but that's not the point. If you're offended by it, say something. But he's probably going to come back with, my wife is black and my children are black. And how could I be a racist if I married a black woman? I mean, my mom had straight hair, and my mom was a hairdresser, and she used to have a hard time doing my hair. But like, it is what it is. It reminds me almost like there's a certain, I think it's Shea Moisture. I won't use their stuff because they refuse to put on it dry hair. To me, dry hair is not a negative thing. To me, dry hair is what I have, and I need something with moisture. You can call it something else, but the bottom of the line is that I need something that's going to add moisture to my hair. You don't want to call it dry because you think it's bad. I don't think it's bad to have dry hair. I just think it's the description of what it is. My hair is nappy. I don't think that's bad either. Does it take longer for me to do? Yeah, I think it does. I mean, silky hair, it gets tangled just as much. I mean, my mother was a hairdresser, so I know that she used to tell me that the highest, best hair that you could buy if you were making a wig or you were making a hairpiece would be Indian hair. She said that was the best. And I remember talking with one of my friends who's Indian, and he was laughing. He goes, my mom's Indian, and she has horrible hair. But I mean, you can't go by that. I'm white, and I have nappy hair. I don't think that that's a racist thing. I think that if the quality of that hair is better than, say, European hair or whatever, then it's better. I mean, if you're offended by it, you have every right to say something, but argan oil, yes. Yeah, I just bought coconut oil, so I don't like the way it smells, and neither does Avery. And Avery, listen, Avery's got pretty straight hair, and her hair gets tangled and knotted, and it takes me a long time to do. So I think it depends on whose hair it is. I think Avery needs a haircut. She doesn't want a haircut, so I'm kind of leaving it. I'm not pushing it, but I think, yeah. I mean, if it bothers you, then you need to say something. No, you know what, 555, it's okay, because it's a good idea to, to talk these things out, because we've gotten to a point in society where everybody is offended by everything. Like, people would ask me all the time if I'm black. People would write on my videos, I can't tell if she's a dark-skinned white person or a light-skinned black person. Okay, so who cares? What difference does it make? What difference does it make? I mean, my skin color would be the same if my hair was straight. And I could have my hair straightened. I choose not to. So what difference does it make? Now, I have a friend, actually the woman that reads my cards, I believe that she's English. I think she said her DNA came back and she's English. She's light, white-skinned person, lots of freckles, natural redhead. She's older now. I think I know she colors it. Her hair is just as nappy as mine. She has to fight with her hair just the way I have to fight with my hair. It is what it is. I don't think it's good or bad. I just think it is what it is. And if you use the right products, the better off you are. Oh my God. I don't know if it's even still around. My friend in high school, waist length, straight blonde hair, pin straight. Goes swimming in her pool, comes out, uses a 49-cent bottle of White Rain, no problem. I used the White Rain. I swear to God, my whole entire head was matted like a Brillo pad. I was like, I couldn't, I had to go home and use my mother's Nexus products. That's what I was using at the time. I used Nexus and Paul Mitchell a lot. Does it suck that she was able to use cheap shampoo and I had to use expensive shit? My hair was like a Brillo pad. Yeah, that sucked, but it is what it is, you know? Martisha, money messages, expected money this week. Okay, let's have a look. Money is coming in. Money's coming in. You may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, feeling relief around it. Life is moving forward. Disappointments are healing and moving into the past. Life is moving forward. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, Mountain, you have nappy hair too? Yeah, I got to get the argan oil. That coconut oil, it smells funny. Maybe they used rotten coconuts when they made it. I don't know. I feel like I bought it before and it didn't smell so bad. Yeah, I think it's Shea Moisture. And I was like, I need something for dry hair. I don't care, call it what you like. But I'm like, I'm not going to fuck around with it because if I buy the wrong thing, I'm going to be pissed. So I stopped buying it. 555, not going to lie, I thought you had a little blackness in you. Not because of your hair, but because of how real you are. Oh, Italians, yeah. Italians and New York people. But yeah, it's my whole life. And then people would say, like they would come up with mixes. Like I was working at A&P one day, and a guy came in and he's like, I know what you are. He's like, you're half Swedish and you're half Jamaican. And I was like, no, I'm not. And he was like, yeah, you are. And I was like, I'm really not. Like, where do you get that from? And I'm thinking, he probably knew somebody who looked similar to me that was. And it's interesting the way that genetics work, because my brother was blonde as a baby, and he was blonde until, I mean, probably a good portion of elementary school. My father was a strawberry blonde. My hair was always very dark. My mother's mother had very dark hair. My mom used to say that my natural hair color was a 3, which I think my grandmother's was too, which is pretty dark. But look at how light Avery's hair is. Now, my mom's hair was lighter than mine, although she was a hairdresser. I don't really know her natural color. I don't think I've ever seen it. But I know it was lighter than mine. Avery's father's hair is like her color, but still, my hair color should be dominating, and it's not. And my hair texture, I would think, would be dominating too, and it's not. Although it could change, because my brother's hair didn't get curly until later. Like, his hair was pretty straight. He had that classic bowl haircut, and it was like a thick bowl haircut. If I could find a picture, I'll show you. He was really cute. He had one dimple, and he had like a big blonde bowl cut. It wasn't like blonde, but it was like, it was blonde. Anyway. You're jealous of my curly hair? You know, want to know something? I think the older that I get, the less, I think the curl pattern has changed. I don't know if that's something that really happens, but I feel like my hair was much curlier when I was younger. Like now it's kind of like this, where I feel like it used to be a little bit like tighter, coily when I was younger. If I could find a picture, I'll show you. Yeah, people always think that I'm mixed. A lot of times people just think I'm some kind of Spanish, Puerto Rican, something like that. And I don't get I don't care. Like, what difference does it make? Avery's sister-in-law is Mexican, and I'm going to say that her and I are probably pretty similar coloring. My hair is much curlier than hers. Hers has a nice wave to it, and it's curly, but it's not like mine. Comment, how does W feel about what he did during the whole career now that he sees the bigger picture? They feel like he did something wrong. Well, he feels like he lacks perseverance, maybe exhausted and frustrated, may feel like he made a mistake, and may feel unstable. There's regret around it. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. My parents didn't force me to go to college, and I'm white. My parents, my father didn't finish college. My mother didn't graduate high school. She was a beauty school dropout. My father didn't finish college. He went to college, I think, for 2 years, but he didn't finish it. Well, it's bonfire Italian, man. Oh, bona fide. I thought maybe it was a special term. Oh, thank you, Mary. It's okay, 555. I think it's a good idea to have conversations like this because I think, and then, it also goes back to if somebody really is a racist, they're just fucking ignorant. So it's like, are you going to change an ignorant, like you're a stupid ass because it's the dumbest thing ever. It's like, let me not like somebody because their ancestors were born in wherever, England. Why would I not like somebody for that reason? What difference does it make to me? Like, if you're a nice person, what do I care where your ancestors came from? I mean, I think it's so stupid if somebody is actually really racist. I mean, growing up, when we would laugh at them. Not laugh at them because what they were saying was funny, but we would laugh at them because they were ignorant. Here's an example. I won't say what race it is, but it was someone, like, I've never heard anybody say anything. And he was laughing at it, too, because he knew it was so ludicrous. He was like, my mom doesn't like these people, whatever they were. And then he's like, and you know what? I think she's right. And he was kind of giggling. And we were laughing, we were at work, me and my coworker, because we were like, why? What did they ever do to anybody? And whenever, like, we had a problem with whatever, this customer's bringing a problem, he'd be like, is it a... And we would all laugh, because how ludicrous is that? That whoever it is, only those people cause problems. You're like, what don't you like about them? They don't bother anybody. And then he would laugh, because he knew it was stupid. And listen, let me tell you something. If I'm ever parallel parking or I do something stupid when I'm driving, I'll be the first one to admit. I'm a woman driver. That's right. That's right. I'm sorry it took me 12 times to back up to get into the spot or to straighten it out, but I'm not the best. You say what you like. I'm also not very confident. Mary, General. You've got growth, change, and transformation and success coming in around work, school, and business. A new journey begins. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Life moves forward. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Slow and steady wins the race, but life moves forward. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and you may be planning travel. You know, I was watching, I don't remember the girl's name, but she was a young girl. I think she was in her 30s. And she was discussing that she has no teeth at all, because she was bulimic for years. And the acid from the throw up rotted her teeth. And she wore dentures. And she's on this video talking about what she's been through. And behind her, she has like a USA sign. She's got a dream catcher that happens to be rainbow color. She has like red, white, and blue stars. And all of the people in the comments are attacking this girl. You're not American, a Native American Indian. You can't have a dream catcher. You're married to a man. You shouldn't be using the rainbow colors. How dare you use USA and a dream catcher in the same shot? You need to. And she's apologizing. She's apologizing. I'm like, this woman is discussing that she has no teeth at 30 years old because she struggled with an eating disorder. And everybody is so offended by the signs in the background behind her. And she's justifying it. She's like, well, I thought that, you know, I'm being supportive. I'm being this. No, everybody's offended over everything. I'm offended that nobody's listening to the woman talk about how she lost her teeth. I mean, she's taking them out to show you, and you're offended by what's behind her. I mean, we're missing the forest for the trees here. We really are. And I felt bad for her. And then she was trying to defend herself. I know she was probably worried she's going to lose subscribers, and if this is the way she was making her living, I mean, I felt sorry for her. I can't remember her name. But I was like, you know, it's enough already. It's enough already with this, you know, being offended and calling people out. She wasn't trying to be disrespectful to anybody. You know, maybe she just liked the rainbow sun catcher. I personally liked it. I thought it was pretty. If Avery saw it, she would have loved it. Exactly, Mary. And who says somebody is ugly? Where are we living? Who calls somebody ugly? I mean, people are crazy. Nobody's ugly. If nobody's ugly, everyone's ugly. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's in the eye, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. That person's ugly because it's an ugly comment. You don't call somebody ugly. Stupid ass. Tamana, love. When it comes to love, you do have a committed relationship here. Cause for celebration and success, but you might need to let go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You have a couple of people coming in. Scorpio, Taurus, new beginnings on the horizon, maybe even another earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Let go of what's not working and new doors will open. Emily, today and tomorrow with Soha. You might have communication coming in, but otherwise things look a little slow. You might feel like, I don't know, you may be feeling like lack of encouragement around the situation. The wish is in reverse. You might be feeling a little disconnected, or there may be some issues. Lady Sunshine, general, oh shit, that disappeared. General for the next 5. General for the next 5. You've got feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Life changes for you for the better quickly. New beginnings are on the horizon. You may be feeling grounded and stable around finances. Life's moving forward and you're ready for it. What did I hit the wrong thing? Comment, would W and J, would Would W like Jay to keep listening to his stuff despite the situation, or would you prefer that he stop? I think he wants him to still listen. Susie, yeah, I did skip you. My brother Taurus and my sister-in-law are having marital problems. Do you see them getting through this? They're most likely going to get through it, but it's going to be, they may need to seek professional help. They may need to, I don't know, like go to a mediator or a therapist or something. They have potential to get through it, but it may be a little bit of a road ahead of them. Aries Sun for the next 24. Perseverance pays off. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. Slow and steady wins the race. Might hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on, and the hard work that you put into work, school, or business pays off. Linda, financial life. Finances, big picture, should be improving. So you've got money coming in through teamwork, finances are strengthening, but it might not happen overnight. Making decisions that push life forward one step at a time leads to success. Life is moving forward and you're ready for it. Ruchi, next in love. You do have a committed relationship here. You're not looking back on the past. Life is moving forward. It may be with an Aries. Could be with another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You have choices and options that lead you to a committed relationship, so explore your options. Davey, what does Tarot want me to know? Oh, it's your first time, Linda? Welcome. Tarot wants you to know that life's moving forward towards greener pastures. You may be paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Could hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. Maybe spending time with an Aries. Something nice may be happening around the home. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. Whatever it is, will be positive. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Starfall, general. You got a disappointment heals and moves into the past. Maybe paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Life is moving forward. You could have a love offer coming in from a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Listen to your intuition, and feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Mountain, kitchen, main room, or bathroom. I think in the main room. I mean, has anybody ever experienced the disappearing items? I know I've heard people talking about it, and I've discussed it with one of my friends, where you know you put something somewhere and then it's gone, it's not there, and then it reappears at some point. I mean, am I crazy? Because that shit's been happening. I can't think of any specific examples right now. Has anybody ever experienced that? Martisha, what was Cancer T's thoughts of the heartbeat text? Maybe thought it was, I don't know what it is. Maybe thought it was nice, kind, sincere, grounded, and stable. I mean, there's the love cup here would be very positive. Lovely, compassionate, sincere, that kind of a thing. Positive would be positive. Mountain, I'm considering purchasing a couple of pairs of chaps and a set of spurs. Would I regret the purchase? It's not really a good price, and I don't want an impulsive buy. Okay, let's see. I don't think you would regret it, and I think you would use it. I mean, I don't know what spurs are used for, or chaps, but the card suggests that you may get use out of it. Oh, Tanya, yeah, right, you think that you wind up thinking that you're nuts. I know. Adonis, I feel our brains just suck at retaining information sometimes. That's why we lose shit. Okay, all right. I mean, that to me is like a rational explanation for it. But here, let me tell you this story. And my badge this morning, I know I packed it, now I can't find it. Yeah, shit like that. So, Avery's grandmother ran a daycare out of her house for years and years and years. And they had this one puzzle. You know the puzzles that are on like a cardboard thing or plywood or whatever it is? And there's not that many pieces. They're for little kids. She has one where it's a little girl sitting on her father's lap reading a book, and there is a dog in the... And for some reason, Avery always likes the puzzle. And Avery's grandmother always said, all the kids for some reason like that puzzle. The puzzle has always been missing a piece. Always been missing a piece. Before I ever even went to that house, the puzzle piece was missing. Now, I used to take Avery over there before she was in school. I mean, we would go over there once a week, and we would be there for a good amount of time, like from 1 to 5, something like that. And Avery would play with everything in the playroom because they used to be a daycare center. So there's a kitchen set, there's trucks, there's toys. Everything had been toppled over, taken out, put back a million times. A million times. I'm not kidding you. One day, Avery dumps out the Legos on the floor, and out comes the puzzle piece. That one puzzle piece that had been missing for years. Where did the puzzle piece come from? Where did it come from? And that's crazy. That is the wildest one that I've ever experienced. "555 happens to me all the time. At one point I start repeating where I left things because I feel like being gaslighted by the universe." I do too. Or do you do things like I walk over to the coffee pot, and I'm like, okay, I'm shutting off the coffee pot. I'm shutting off the coffee pot. So that when I drive down the road, I don't say to myself, did I shut off the coffee pot? Avery's in school. I know, it's crazy, right? John, why is my boss acting like I'm not needed? Who is coming? Oh, let me do that one first. He may be throwing his weight around. He may be trying, like, you know, it's like an ego thing, like kind of showing that he's important, or he doesn't need anyone, or nobody is as important as him. I would not let it bother you. Who is coming towards me? Got a couple of people coming in. You have happiness coming in. You could have a love offer coming in with a Taurus. You may have a Virgo. You also could have a Pisces. Exploring your options around love leads to success. Life is moving forward. It may be slow and steady wins the race, but it's moving forward. Loris, I lost a gold earring and my husband gave me about 3 years ago. They're always in my jewelry box. About 2 weeks ago, it showed up in the box. This is what I'm talking about. Like, how does stuff like that happen? I mean, I always like to go back to the logic. So like Adonis was saying, maybe our brains are just not good at, remembering things. Or, like say, for example, I always have a habit, right? I have a hook by the front door that when I come in the house, you put the key on the front door. We're not going to go looking for it. If for some reason I carry the key up to the top of the steps and I forget, then it goes in the bathroom. There's a hook in there. So it's one of two places. So sometimes I think, well, if my brain is remembering that I hung it on the hook, and then one day I don't hang it on the hook, maybe my brain is remembering, well, it's got to be on the hook. You always hang it there. Just like sometimes in the chat, I can't remember, did I read for this person this live stream or was that last night? Sometimes I can't remember. So I don't know. Maybe there's something to that. Like the other day, I went down there to pick up Avery from school and the keys weren't there and I was freaking out because I know that if I don't hang them there, I'm putting the keys here because the third place would be on top of the water filter. If I walk past the bathroom, I make it to the kitchen, they go on top of the water filter. Then I ran downstairs and I'm like, let me see, it's got to be here. And I took everything off the coat hanger and it was there. It was underneath the dog's leash. Especially earrings that put them in the same jewelry box and somehow they go missing. I haven't worn earrings in years. And I just saw a really cute pair of dove earrings. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get them because they're really cute. Do this email. Sometimes it takes a second for the emails to come through. There it is. We're okay. I hope you are too. Your hours are going to go back up, and when they do, it's going to change for the better quickly. You've got the world at your feet. Like all of a sudden, I don't know if somebody quits or something could happen. Feeling ambitious, let them know that you want more hours and you should be able to get what you want. Life is moving forward. But like you said, like exploring options for a new job, I think throwing it out there and looking around is a good idea always from time to time just to see what's out there. But I do think you're going to get your hours back. I hate that. I used to go through that when I worked at the store too. Oh, that man, I did it yesterday. I got out of the car with bags, came in the house, and then I took 20 minutes for the bag that I had left in the damn car. And then you know what happened to me too? I drove to my brother's house to pick up my nephew, and I couldn't find the keys. Because once again, why can't we have a key? We can't have a key. We have to have just a thing that you just throw somewhere. And I'm like, I know it's got to be in the car because I drove here. So where's the key? I found it. It slipped under the seat, but I got to tell you, I was having a little panic attack. Tanya, same thing happens to husbands. They disappear. You know, you saw them at home, and then 3 days later. And then you wonder why you're getting divorced. Oh my God, that's so funny. Lucinda for the next 10 days. Life comes into balance. You may be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Could be spending time with a Sagittarius. You may have choices and options around social activity. Solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the 10 days. And if you've recently had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it will resolve itself and move into the past. I'm Lourdes. I just heard C is having personal issues and is thinking of quitting the position of director. She just won. Is there still any chance for me for after all, or is it over? Let's see. There's still a chance for you. If she decides to leave, yeah, you could be back, like, at least in consideration. Yeah, yeah. Stephanie, update on my job. Oh, you got a wish coming true. You might be feeling undecided about something, and if that's true, don't make any decisions until you're ready and explore your options, but things are moving forward. You got new beginning on the horizon, and don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around career. Hello, my little sister lost... Oh, no! Can you tell me where she left it? She's begging me to find it, but I don't know where it is. Well, it's around. It's going to turn up. I think that it is under something. Like, I don't know if it's under the bed, under the table, under the couch. I think it's under something. Stephanie, general. You've got life is coming into balance, new beginnings are on the horizon if you listen to your intuition. You've got success comes in, feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Adding a new stream of income is possible. You may be planning travel. Not bad. Anthony, next lady coming into my dating and dating and love maybe sometime between now and the end of this year. Could be a Gemini, maybe a Sagittarius, possibly Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. The person should be well balanced, grounded, stable, maybe a little bit on the introverted side, but may have a funny personality. Like, they may be like funny or comical, but they may be a little bit on the introverted side until you get to know them. Michelle, will A contact me again? Yeah, I think you'll hear from this person again. You cannot please everyone. That's true. That's true. I can't get past the someone said I was ugly thing. But good for you. And that's the truth. Like, when you turn it around and look at it like that, like, if somebody's saying something that's not nice, and if you get offended by it, you're really only hurting yourself, because it's really there. Like, who says that to somebody? Like, I could understand if you said to somebody, hey, do you like my shirt? And they were like, honestly, I don't like it. I wouldn't be offended by it. My friend used to tell me all the time she didn't like my clothes. But if I were to get offended by that, then I'm only really hurting myself, because I'm the one that's carrying that around. Like, my clothes, I'm not wearing my clothes to please her. I'm wearing them, I choose them because I like them. And people have different tastes, and that's okay. If we all get up every morning and put the same clothes on, how boring would that be? How boring would that be if we all walked around looking exactly alike? That, which reminds me, I'm going to tell you something about kids. Avery goes to the rink, and she makes friends with this little girl, and they're skating around, and nobody had a problem with it. But because kids are so fucking innocent, she had no idea that she was skating around with a Hasidic Jewish girl. I don't care. She could be friends with her. The Hasidic Jewish people didn't care. My point here is that we start teaching kids. Oh, she's this, she's that, this one's that, this one's this one's for is that, and then people start to learn it. But the little girl was wearing leggings and a long skirt, and Avery always wears leggings and a skirt, not a long skirt, but a skirt. So in Avery's eyes, that kid was no different than her, and that kid didn't think Avery was anything different, because kids don't know. We start teaching them it, Avery has never once said to me anything about race. You know what she's asked me about? People that have accents. Why do they talk different? And I've explained it to them. Well, it's not their first language. Like my ice skating teacher, I believe that she's Russian, and she has an accent. Avery's got one that's Italian. He's got an accent. She's asked me that. But she's never once asked me why somebody looked different, ever. She's never questioned it. And I don't ever say anything. And she has said to me, oh, so-and-so's mom said that this. And I'm like, we don't talk about people's skin color. And I'm like, look at my skin color. It's different than yours. And she doesn't say anything. And that's it. I think we have to stop, you know, putting people in categories, because I think that contributes to it. Anyway. The only thing, it did come up with Avery with the Hasidics, is because one of the rinks is in a Hasidic neighborhood, and since they're on holiday, on Saturday they can't drive, and they're always walking through the town, and some of the men, who I think are rabbis or high up in the religion, wear this big furry hat, and if it happens to be raining, they put a plastic bag over it. And Avery has asked, why are they wearing a bag on their head? And I have to explain it to them, to her. I'm like, because this is their religion, and that's what they do, and they don't drive on Saturday. And that was it. But now, like, she notices them. She's like, oh, there's Jewish people out. I'm like, yeah, well, it's their holiday. Which, I watch a YouTuber. She hasn't posted in a while, I don't think. Her name is Sophia the Jew, and she's a young girl. She's 26. I don't think she's Hasidic. I think she's Orthodox, but she makes videos of her getting ready for the Shabbos on Friday night into Saturday. And I don't know why, but there's something oddly comforting about it to me. I don't know why. I watch all the videos. She shows going to the store, making the food, depending on whose house they're going to be at. They all get dressed. They take showers, have special outfits that they wear. They have this dinner. And it's just something about it to me. I feel like it's like a break from everything. There's no TV, there's no lights. They don't use electricity. They cover the lights with like a certain switch so they can't accidentally turn it on. And I don't know, I find it to be oddly comforting, so I always watch it. And I feel like in this day and age that could be offensive to some people, because it's really the women that are doing the cooking. I'm not offended by that. If that's what their religion is and that's how they do things and they're happy and content, it's no skin off my back. I don't care. But it is definitely women do this and men do that, which I'm okay with. And I'm also okay if you reversed it. So, anyhow. Tanya, I think I told you before, my cousin whose husband was gone for 3 days. I guess 3 days is the magic number, because he got shot with a poison dart and laid in the alley for 3 days. I mean, you got to really give it to them for the creativity. I mean, who comes up with a story like that? Oh my God, people are hysterical. I got shot with a poison dart. I mean, who's shooting poison darts? I've never even heard that. It reminds me of like archery, like. Oh, good God. Be wise for the next days. Don't get hit with a poison dart. For the next couple of days, you have a wish that comes true. Maybe spending time with Sagittarius. Empress could be bringing in love and money, or more of it. Listen to your intuition. Focusing on a side business, side project, side hustle may be helpful. May lead to success around finances improving. If you come up with an idea or something hits you over the next couple of days, pay attention to it. Clara, general for the next couple of days ahead. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition, and disappointments heal and move into the past. You maybe have something nice happening around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. You might be feeling like somebody has made you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Money comes in, finances improve. Not bad. Mountain, 100% stories. I had one tell me he got a flat in the mountains, and then an officer recognized him, and he ended up in a long conversation and showed up at like 11 at night. Oh my God. I mean, and where do they come up with these things? I mean, it's like, are you even trying? Even trying to be believable? Lucky general. Got life moving forward towards greener pastures. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Maybe spending time with fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Although Sagittarius comes up strongest, life could change for you for the better quickly. Maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study, and life moves forward. Tamara, love. Tamara, love. Okay, listen to your intuition when it comes to love, and life changes for you for the better quickly. If you're currently with someone, current relationship should be functioning really well. If you're not with anyone, you have a Gemini coming in, or water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, that could come in out of the clear blue sky when you least expect it. Oh, mountain, somebody said it to Mary. I was reading Mary's comment. But I've had people say, thank you, but I've had people say, like my friend would tell me how she didn't like the outfits that I was wearing. She's like, what the fuck are you wearing? So I gave it right back to her. I was like, you're wearing a white shirt and black pants, you look like a waiter. And she was like, you're right. Sakshi, does Eileen like Sakshi? On one hand, she acts to me confessed, and then she acts like she can't date girls. Okay, let's see. So did she tell you she was interested in you? She's uncomfortable dating girls, or she doesn't think she's allowed to? Because I do think that she likes you. Yeah. You love met Jade today hastily, and we said goodbye. What were her thoughts about me? I still had strong friendship feelings towards her. She doesn't have any, like, it's like neutral. So whatever you guys did together, it worked well, it was fine, and that's it. Like, she's not overthinking it. Like, it is what it is. You did what you had to do, you accomplished it, and now it's done. Let her network with the Jewish kids. She can be friends with whoever she wants, and the more friends, the better. I keep telling her that, because sometimes she gets, like, kind of like stuck on this one friend she has in school, and she's like, well, she's not there, so I have to be friends with so and so. I'm like, no, you be friends with everybody. Be friends with everyone. Don't get hooked on one person. You're gonna get disappointed. I promise you, you're gonna be disappointed. 555 for the next 22 days. You may have choices and options that come in around social activity. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. Disappointments heal and move into the past. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. And with the Empress, you've got, could have some love and money coming in the next 22 days. Jinsey, how do me and my partner, BB, September, Virgo, get back together? I'm not seeing a committed relationship around this connection at this time. I don't think you guys are going to be in a committed relationship as of right now. Dee Dee for tomorrow. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. You may be feeling like teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. Cause for celebration comes in. Not bad. Maggie, love for the next 2 months. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. You'll hear from somebody that you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. Maybe spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Perseverance pays off. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve, and explore your options. You also could have a Cancer and a Leo coming in or around. Chelsea, how does Cass see me, good and bad? Well, there's a little indecision around the situation. I don't know if this person doesn't know you that well, because there's some indecision. May find you to be genuinely a nice person, somebody who is down to earth, kind-hearted, somebody who is sincere, a loyal friend. I don't really see anything bad around the situation, and that may be if they don't know you well enough. I know that sounds kind of shitty, but it's like the more we get to know somebody, the more we get to see all sides of them. When you don't know somebody that well, you don't get to see everything. I mean, there are qualities about people that are in our lives that we don't like, and that's fine. Like, for example, my brother, I'll text him and he won't answer me. I know he's holding the phone in his hand. I know he's probably playing chess on the phone. Why aren't you answering me? Because that's what he does. You know, I hate that. So I don't see a whole lot here, and it may be because they don't know you well enough. 9 lives, what's coming in for me? What's coming in for me? Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. New beginnings are on the horizon. Feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Could have a new job or business opportunity coming in. Maybe spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Listen to your intuition. You may also have a Capricorn coming in. All about me in general. You're no longer holding yourself back. You're making decisions that are pushing life forward. You could be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Maybe spending time with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or a Virgo. Something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, entertaining your home, whatever it is, it would be positive. Sadishki, steady guide for Mahadev. Teamwork is favored around studying. So if this person has a partner or somebody to study, or even a group, that would be beneficial for them. Slow and steady wins the race. Doing small amounts, doing a lot of little small amounts of studying would be helpful for this person. Staying focused and listening to their intuition. Amu, love and romance coming in. Life moves forward towards greener pastures when you listen to your intuition. Walk away from anything that's been disappointing or dysfunctioning. And then you may have a fire sign coming in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. That's new energy that leads growth, change, and transformation around love. Michelle, general for the summer. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from. Somebody may make you an offer that will be hard to turn down. Maybe thinking about going back to school, maybe planning travel, possibly a road trip. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. You may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Soon, a general reading for me. You have money coming in, finances are improving. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan can make you feel relief, and happiness is coming in around having choices and options around social activity. Listen to your intuition and life begins to move forward. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Maybe spending time with an Aries, but also be spending time with a Libra. You might be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Stacy for today. Life comes into balance. Perseverance pays off. You could be feeling better, compensated better, respected around work, school, or business. You may have money coming in. Somebody may make you an offer that will be hard to turn down. Listen to your intuition. Maybe spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Tanya, love coming in. Leo, first one that shows up around you. Romance comes in. A committed relationship is coming in. Happiness is coming in. Then you've got Aries is showing up here. Oh, and God, and the Capricorn. Capricorn showing up too. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from out of the clear blue sky. Let's see what happens. Tanya, we did have another bathroom, so I'd go shower and rinse off, still let him enjoy his bubble bath. Wait, who was this that's taking the bubble bath? This is gross. When I was with my ex, there was a time where he was gone, came home, and was taking a bubble bath. I took off his clothes, got him in the bubble bath, and I... That's awesome. Good. He deserved it. Stupid ass. Kritika, love. Walk away from anything that you find to be disappointing. Anything that's disappointing, if there's any situations around that there's a third party involved or the person is still attached to something from the past, let it go, leave it in the past, and then with divine guidance, things change for you for the better quickly and life moves forward, and it could be with a Sagittarius. Old wounds heal and move into the past. You may have an earth sign coming in as well, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, but leaving things in the past that no longer serve you is like the key for life moving forward. F, what is the intention of Ola Leo when he will shout out to me? He shows as slow and stagnant and like he's not putting in any effort right now. I don't see anything happening. If you want to speak to him, I would reach out to him right now. T-Bet for the next 48. You have the world at your feet. New beginnings are on the horizon, and you may be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. You might hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. You may be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, making decisions that push life forward and you're ready for it. Pretty good. Another shower. He deserved it. Paula, who is the what's manager's intentions? Do I need to worry? There may be sudden changes around this situation or some kind of upheaval and chaos around the situation. Do you need to worry? I don't know that you need to worry, but I would explore other options. If you're worried, if you're afraid that something could happen to your job, I would explore other options. Irene, can you tell me if my landlord might think about selling our house soon. I don't think that they're making that decision right now. No, I don't think so. Tanya, General. Old wounds heal and move into the past and life moves forward. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You may be planning travel. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Old wounds are healing and life could change for you for the better quickly. You have a committed relationship coming in here. Pretty good. Pretty good. B, can I have a read for the next 12 hours? Areas of your life that have been stuck or stagnant should now start to move forward. Anxiety eases and moves into the past, and you may be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra comes up strong around you. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Could be spending time with the Taurus. Something may happen that makes you happy, and success is coming in around work, school, or business. Tiva, any idea when they'll get my sister scheduled for the transfusions? Okay, there's between 1 and 3. So either between 1 and 3 days or between 1 and 3 weeks. But I think it could be soon. It could be soon. I think they're going to try to do it sooner rather than later. So let's see what happens. Hello, I found my sister's stuffed animal. You said it was under something and it was under the bed. Oh, excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello. I'm glad you found it. I'm glad you found it. Remember when Avery was carrying around Minnie Mouse? Minnie Mouse. Oh my God. She went everywhere with us. Oh my God. I know what it's like when the kid loses it. Or, you know, it's even worse when something breaks and you know you can't fix it and they're like, can you fix this? And it's like, no, God couldn't fix that. Stacy for tomorrow. Areas of your life that have been stuck or stagnant should now start to move forward, although it may be slow and steady wins the race. Cause for celebration could be coming in around like side business, side projects, side hustle. Success is coming in through perseverance. And happiness is coming in around work, school, or business. Not a bad day. Not bad. I have another secret. I use breast milk to make his cornbread. Hilarious. Oh my God. Hilarious. Macy, general for the day. Something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. Luck changes for the better, and with the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities, maybe spending time with the Virgo. You've got money coming in, finances could be improving. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Cosmic, anyone coming for me in love for this year? Yeah, could have a Pisces coming in. A new journey may be beginning with a Libra. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and through perseverance, life moves forward. Listen to your intuition. You could also be spending time with a Leo. How about one time, my father still jokes about this, and I remember them. We had these little dessert cups. They kind of look like leaves, and they were like that big, the dessert cup. So my grandparents used to come over on Tuesday night because my grandfather was off on Tuesday. And after work, my grandmother would meet him at our house and we'd have dinner. And after dinner, we always had dessert. And my mom is scooping out ice cream. So she scoops out the ice cream, puts it in a little flower cup, and goes to hand it to my father. And my father goes, "Oh no, I don't want any tonight. Give it to Danny." And my mom, he goes to hand it to me, and my mom takes it out of my hand and says, "Oh no, you can't have that one." And my dad goes, wait a minute, why are you going to give it to me, but you won't give it to her? And my mom said that she noticed that the dish was dirty. It's terrible. Be wise. I have to write a message for Victor regarding why I chose to be quiet on social media. Does he understand me? Yes. Sure, I'm going to get my keys back. I think I left them in my client's lobby. When I went back last night, they weren't there. I think you're going to get them back. Butterfly A, why was David so nice to me today? There's no reason. They seem to be in a good mood. They're feeling happy and content. They're just being nice. Yeah, no real reason. Shireen, what does Nick Case think of me now that we've separated? May find you to be genuinely a nice person, somebody who is grounded and stable. May feel like, it was good while it lasted, but it's time to move in a new direction. May feel like things got misaligned or two people that aren't on the same page, and he needs time for himself right now. Well played on the team. Is there anybody else here I haven't answered for? I have this habit, I still do it. When I take a cup out of the cupboard or whatever you call it, I always smell it. Why do I smell it? I don't know, I just do. And my grandfather would be like, what are you smelling? If you need to smell it, I don't want that cup. Oh, Louise, how are ya? No, Mountain, I didn't see the one about the supervisor. I see Louise. All right, let me do Louise. May I ask, am I going to get an interview at the end of the month? Will I get it? I'm going to an interview. Will I get it? Most likely. Yeah, I think you've got a good shot at getting it. Yeah, I think you're going to get it. I'm going to just go up a little bit and see if I missed anybody. Mountain, was it a while ago? I'm going to go all the way back up to the top and just peruse this. Oh no, I didn't see the missing item one. I didn't see it. Mountain, why is my super so aloof with me and ignores me when I try to contact her? I'm getting frustrated. You might need to go above her head. She is aloof. It's like she's got a lot of balls in the air and she's having a hard time managing everything. She's showing us the Hermit in reverse. She knows she's wrong. She might not admit it, but she knows she's got to take things seriously. If you're not getting anywhere with her, I would go above her head, but I think that something may change this week. So let's see what happens. The missing ring story. Oh, I want to see it. I'm going to go all the way back up and see if I can find it. First, let me do Mel. Energy around my second side hustle this week. Energy is good. Empress, bringing in love, money, and abundance. Perseverance pays off. The energy should be positive this week. Yeah, I can't find it. I don't know why. Lockstar. Did my grandma cross over last night? She passed in 2016. I don't think it was last night, no. I mean, she may have been around you last night, but I think that she crossed over a long time ago. Mountain, I lost a ring I wore daily years ago. I moved and I lost it in the move. Figured it was missing for a year. One morning I woke up and it was on my finger. Do you know, oh my God. I keep saying to myself I must have put it back on, but last Tuesday, when we went to ice skating, my Fitbit was dying, so I plugged it in to charge it in the car. And when I got up to the rink, I realized I didn't have it on. And I'm pretty sure that when I got home, I never put it back on. And when I woke up in the morning, it was on. So I'm like, I must have put it back on, but I don't remember putting it back on. But I was pretty sure I didn't put it back on. You know what I should do is go back and look at the video from last Tuesday and see if I had it on. That's what I'm going to do, because I woke up with it on. And then I'm like, well, I must have just put it on. But I'll tell you the story about the crystal. I had a crystal that my friend Lisa gave me for my Sweet 16. It was a green aventurine one. They were like real popular at the time, and I wore it for years. And then I was in my room one day, and the place used to be carpeted. Can't remember if it was before or after we tore up the carpeting. But anyway, I dropped it and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. For years it was missing. I'm like, how could it be missing? Like, how big? Where'd it go? Looked underneath the radiator, looked underneath, I couldn't find it. Anyhow, just a few years ago, I was cleaning out my closet and it was stuck, standing up where the pergo meets the wall. It was just standing up in there. Like, how did that happen? And why did it take me that long to find it? I mean, I know I'm a disorganized mess, but I've cleaned that closet out before. I don't know. Vicky, general for tomorrow. A new journey begins. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Growth, change, and transformations coming in and around you. Don't forget to take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. It'll help to ease anxiety. Now, and I thought I was sleepwalking, or I found it, or my landlord came across it and I was sleeping. Yeah, I know. Either way. See, my mom used to sleepwalk. She used to order shit off of QVC in the middle of the night, and then like packages would arrive, and she was like, "Who ordered this?" Like a stereo system showed up once. I hope I don't do that. I mean, I know that I've done it when I was drunk. Like I woke up one morning and I was wearing like a sundress, and I had put like a sweatshirt on over it, and it was backwards, and I was like, "Who put me in this? Like how this happened?" Or like I've gone to bed, but only when I was drunk. Like gone to bed somewhere and woke up in a different room. Adana says, V tried to reach out both my real and account number, and if yes, how do they feel? I think that they have, and I think that they're feeling like got a little anxiety around that. They may be a little bit panicked, but you know, they kind of always have that dual energy of like feeling like, okay, maybe it's just for the moment, maybe things will work out, everything's going to be fine, and then on the other hand, a little bit panicky. Oh, you too, Lucky. HM, next actions of the troll. There'll be communication that comes in out of the blue when you least expect it, but it might take some time. Now, and I've not had sleepwalking experiences before, and the thought of my then landlord coming into my house was a real possibility. I changed the locks. I mean, but the fact that it was on your finger, like, what are they going to come in and put it right on your finger? Like, you wouldn't wait. How weird. That would be gross. Some weirdos comes in and slips a ring on your finger. Mel, Aquarius thoughts and feelings now that I'm communicating less. I just feel like I'm being used, or our friendship is not genuine, it's one-sided. Maybe feeling it. Might be feeling a little bit like things are at a slowdown, may even be feeling a little bit deceived, or maybe realizing with the shadow self here that that because of how they're treating you. Maybe, yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to kind of slow down with reaching out, because they may be feeling a little bit like, maybe I'm a little too much. I think they're starting to get it, which is good. Tanya, me and 80 Aries. Slow and steady wins the race, but you could have communication that comes in out of the clear blue sky when you least expect it. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs, but slow and steady wins the race. There is communication coming in. Is there anybody here I haven't answered for yet? I'm going to look at my Fitbit to see if I can see when I put it back on that night. Why is it so slow to update? Is it dead? No, it's not dead. Nav, general around work in August. Things look okay. You have a new journey with growth, change, and transformation, feeling grounded and stable. You have the world at your feet. Things should be functioning pretty well. Clara and HM, I answered for both. Kara, how is my next relationship like? It should be grounded and stable, strong, sincere, and down to earth, well functioning. Okay, I'm going to go back to last Tuesday, which was July 1st. I walked in the morning. I'm going to see if I can look at my steps. Wait a minute. Did we go to Avery had a lesson last week, but we didn't have ice skating. I must have put it back on when I got in the car. That's what happened, because it shows that I walked 462 steps from 6 to 7. Yeah, I must have put it back on when I got in the car. Is there anybody here I haven't answered for? All right, then I'll wrap it up and I'll see you guys later. Thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.